Did you know a snooker star threw away his chance at fame? Michael White was a young Welsh player everyone thought would be great, but he made big mistakes. How did such a good player end up in trouble? What went wrong for White? His story shows us that even very talented people can mess up badly if they're not careful. This tale begins in the hills of Wales, where a young Michael White first picked up a cue and discovered his extraordinary talent for the game. From those early days spent practicing in local clubs to his meteoric rise through the ranks of professional snooker, White's story seemed destined for glory. Yet, a shocking turn of events disturbs the sports world. His career crashed in the summer of 2024. Michael White's journey to snooker stardom began at a remarkably young age. By the time he was 9 years old, White was already turning heads with his exceptional focus and accuracy at the table. Competing against opponents far older and more experienced, the young Welshman displayed a level of skill and maturity that belied his tender years. As White honed his craft, his reputation grew. The snooker community noticed this young talent. Soon, he achieved remarkable success. At 14, White became the youngest player to score a century break in professional snooker. This feat not only showcased his raw talent, but also hinted at the bright future that lay ahead. White quickly rose through amateur snooker. His biggest win? The IBSF World Grand Prix. This victory marked him as a top young talent. It also caught the attention of big sponsors, paving the way to professional snooker. Michael White's entry into the professional ranks was marked by the same level of success that had characterized his amateur career. In 2015, he announced his arrival in emphatic fashion by clinching victory in the shootout tournament. This fast-paced, high-pressure event was the perfect showcase for White's quick thinking and steady hand, proving that he could hold his own against seasoned pros. Building on this early success, White continued to make waves in the professional circuit. His run to the finals of the Indian Open further demonstrated his ability to compete at the highest level, with each tournament adding to his experience and sharpening his competitive edge. As his ranking climbed and his trophy cabinet began to fill, many in the snooker world began to speak of White as a future world champion in the making. White's early career combined talent, hard work, and confidence from success. He seemed set to follow Welsh snooker stars like Ray Reardon and Mark Williams, leading a new generation from the Valleys. However, the story of Michael White took a dark and unexpected turn in the summer of 2024. In a development that shocked the snooker world and beyond, White found himself at the center of a serious criminal case. The once celebrated sportsman was charged with a grave offense. He assaulted his then partner. The charge would have serious consequences for his personal life and career. The trial that followed captivated public attention, with many struggling to reconcile the image of the fresh-faced snooker prodigy with the serious charges he now faced. On July 11, 2024, the verdict was delivered. Michael White was found guilty and sentenced to 3 years in prison. The repercussions of this conviction extended far beyond the legal system. The World Professional Billiards and Snooker Association, the sport's governing body, acted swiftly and decisively. In an emergency board meeting, the organization made the unprecedented decision to strip White of his WPBSA membership and remove him from both the world ranking list and the World Snooker Tour. The WPBSA's statement was unequivocal. White's behavior was deemed intolerable and in direct violation of the conduct expected from its members. This decisive action sent shockwaves through the snooker community and beyond, highlighting the sport's zero-tolerance approach to such serious offenses. The response to Michael White's ban and the circumstances leading to it was immediate and profound. Fans, fellow players, and sports commentators expressed a range of emotions from shock and disappointment to support for the WPBSA's decisive action. Social media and sports forums erupted with discussions about the impact of White's actions on the image of snooker and what this meant for the future of the sport. Many praised the WPBSA for its swift response, emphasizing the importance of maintaining high ethical standards in professional sports. Others expressed sadness at the waste of such prodigious talent, wondering what might have been had White's career continued on its upward trajectory. The ban not only removed White from professional competition, but also sent a strong message about the consequences of personal misconduct in the sporting world. The WPBSA clarified that White had the right to appeal the decision within 21 days, leaving some room for further developments in this high-profile case. The consequences of Michael White's actions and subsequent ban are far-reaching, affecting both his professional life and public reputation. Being sentenced to prison and banned from professional snooker effectively halted his career at a critical time when he was considered a top contender in the sport. This interruption not only meant a loss of income from competitions, but also potentially ended lucrative endorsement deals that are essential for professional athletes. White's financial landscape suddenly looked bleak, with no platform to compete and showcase his skills, compounded by potential legal costs and the lack of income during his imprisonment. Moreover, White's reputation suffered a significant blow. Once a respected figure in the snooker world, he now faced the challenge of a tarnished legacy that extended beyond the Green Bays, affecting how he was perceived by fans, future collaborators, and the broader sports community. As Michael White began serving his sentence, questions arose about the possibility of a future comeback. His potential path to redemption, while fraught with challenges, is not entirely closed off. However, any return to professional snooker would depend on several factors, including the length of his ban, public and professional forgiveness, and his own willingness to rebuild his career and personal life. If White chooses to appeal the ban and is successful in reducing it, he could potentially make a comeback, albeit under intense scrutiny. Engaging in restorative justice initiatives, making public apologies, and demonstrating consistent positive personal conduct could aid in rehabilitating his public image. This path will require significant effort and genuine change, reflecting an understanding and remorse for his actions. The snooker community, his former fans, and the wider public will be watching closely to see how White handles the aftermath of this scandal. Whether he can transform his story from a cautionary tale into one of redemption and human complexity remains to be seen. The tragic downfall of Michael White serves as a stark reminder of the pressures and pitfalls that can accompany a high-profile sporting career. It raises important questions about the support systems in place for young athletes thrust into the limelight and the responsibility of sporting bodies to provide guidance and mentorship beyond the playing arena. For the snooker world, White's case has prompted discussions about player welfare and the need for more comprehensive support networks. It has also reinforced the importance of maintaining high ethical standards and the swift consequences that can follow when these standards are breached. As the snooker world moves forward, the case of Michael White will undoubtedly be referenced as both a cautionary tale and a turning point in how the sport addresses issues of player conduct and welfare. For fans and aspiring players alike, it serves as a sobering reminder that the path to greatness is fraught with challenges, both on and off the table. The final chapter of Michael White's story has yet to be written. Whether it ends as a tale of irredeemable fall from grace or an inspiring comeback story of redemption and second chances remains to be seen. What is certain is that his journey from prodigy to pariah will long be remembered in the annals of snooker history.